do a quick video regarding previous week on the markets. I think I think this is where we left off here. You can see here that I predicted. It was the last video. I think was Tuesday. So this is what I predicted last video. So it followed through. You know. So but we reach way lower than that. So and I think it's just like I'd said, just like I've been saying, like for these past videos, that for these past couple of videos, that we entered a Bitcoin bear market, and it's basically a crisis of confidence. It's basically a loss of confidence on crypto. Like no matter how high the stock market, the equities rally, Bitcoin is still undergoing a an internal bear market. And there's many reasons, right? One of them, it's like the 4 year cycle. Another one is like the something that I've been saying all these past videos is largely caused by the October 10th fiasco. When it collapsed last year. October 10th was basically like something that should have never have happened, but it did happen. It was basically just a lot of greed by a couple of exchanges, by Binance, namely, and what I did is basically just wiped out a whole lot of people. So everyone thought that we would be going higher, but we didn't. And I think it was for them. It made a lot of sense for them to I mean, in the sense of transaction fees, exchange fees. Because a lot of people were leveraged to the upside, but it made a lot of sense to get all this liquidity, to turn it down like that. So yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the just look at this week. It's probably one of the worst crimes in history, in crypto history, and I think it's clear that we haven't recovered from this particular crisis. As you can see here, that the price just never went back to those levels again. As you can see here, it just kept going, just kept going down. It's like nobody trusted it anymore. Like a lot of big like market makers just went out in stretchers. So a lot of people went out of business. So basically, what we've been seeing here is just like a continuation of that paradigm, of that basically loss of trust in institutions, and loss of trust institutions in crypto. Basically, that's what we've been seeing, and it's just basically been unable to break 80,000, and what you just saw is just it tried to reach 80,000 and just didn't move. Just didn't break 83. Which was, and after that, it just like I predicted last week, that we would head for a downturn again. We did exactly what I said last week. So that's what I said. Equities still rallying, still going up. We might see a consolidation here, because it's basically a 30,000. It's a key level. But just don't quote me on that. But anyway, I'm gonna draw this anyway. So it's very likely that we might see some consolidation here. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, we just went down again, and then we consolidated for a while on the weekend. Then the sell-off resumed. I think it was propelled. It was also propelled not only by Saylor selling some of his Bitcoin position. That is also what caused or propelled or accelerated this sell-off. It's basically panic. You can see everyone just capitulation. It's basically that. what we're seeing here below 70,000. I didn't believe that we would be reaching 60 again, but this fast, we reached 60, 62 very fast, which is very concerning again. Do I think we will reach again 60, the previous level here? I think it's very likely. I think the previous, I think we will eventually reach the um, previous target levels, which was around 30,000, 35, 36,000. I think it's very likely that we will reach below 60. I think it's a matter of time. I think the crisis, the confidence crisis of Bitcoin and crypto altogether is it's just here to stay, and just there. It's just too hard to ignore. Many people wanted Wall Street to join. Many people wanted the ETFs money, inflows money. Well, there you got it. That's what basically what they did. Just scam the whole community. And yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is not right now. It's not the asset to own. Um, is I think I think the charges tells a lot. I think the chart is telling more than I could ever do. Just look at this chart. It's just, it's abomination. It's abomination. As you can see how stocks and rally tech stocks haven't rallied. It's just Bitcoin just completely giving up. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. It just reflects. It just tells how skeptical people are towards Bitcoin in general. No, there's not much of a demand in Bitcoin. Unfortunately, for the reasons already stated. So that's the current that's the current overview of Bitcoin. I personally think, yeah, I mean we reach some lows. You can see the wick already forming. We could potentially do some you know you could potentially climb and recuperate these levels just to take off some late shorts. But again, this is clearly a bear market. This is a crypto bear market. There's no way around it. You know. So bear market conditions are harder. Because there's a more predatory environment for normal traders. For retail, whatever. So again, I would say that these conditions are pretty predatory. We might see some. We might take off out some late shorts, and yeah, I mean, I estimate that things will probably get a little bit volatile here. It's like the lower levels, but I know that it's almost a certainty that we'll eventually reach like this, 50. We'll eventually reach 50, like 57. I think we're consolidated on that level. It just depends. It just depends. It's just pretty much no demand whatsoever. On and but yeah, I mean, basically that's what we've been seeing. Nothing over here probably. So yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like Bitcoin was poised to get like the biggest run in its history, and it just because of greed of a couple of exchange CEOs just ruined the party for everybody, and it's about to ruin their own party. So it's just gonna backfire. Whatever plan they had in mind is just gonna backfire in the end. It's just so yeah. I mean, I think crypto we just experienced a panic sell-off. I wouldn't be surprised if we do some kind of if we go up for a little bit and just go down, again. So that's my take on the week on crypto. Again, I've been bearish for like months. It's not that I'm changing, my bias. Whereas in the Nasdaq, I think we're gonna hit consolidation zone. I think about to experience some kind of cool off. One of my reasons behind this thesis is largely because we also because oil has started to go up again, and looks like we might finally. It looks like we might reach 100, the previous high again. I mean, in terms of the geopolitical conflict, it looks like they're revamping again. Looks like the ceasefire is out of the talks right now. So there's a lot of concerning things going on in the Middle East and Iran. So I expect oil price to keep grinding higher, in which this, of course, will affect the overall markets. So again, there's just not a lot of promise. Uh, Market wide. I mean, we might see some continuation, but again, I just not. I mean, it's just more plausible for this to happen. So again, we're just kind of witnessing a K-shaped economy. So the people that the higher ups is just going up, and the people that on the middle on the lower is just going even lower. So so I mean, this is this kind of scenario we're living in right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if things get worse, for a little longer before they get better, if at all. So again, that's my market prediction, as my market overview of last week. I would advise caution again. We are on lower ranges, and things get volatile at lower ranges. So you know, all right. So be smart and be careful, and see us next week.